How do, and welcome back to the Brew Corner, where today I'm doing a commercial beer review. This time from a brewery not far from me, about 20 minutes drive, called the Beer Brothers Brewery. It's near a town called Bamber Bridge, which is between Blackburn and Preston in Lancashire. Now, I don't know too much about this brewery. I've emailed them, hopefully they'll get back to me, and in the next beer review of their beers I can tell you a little bit more about them. But I decided to buy, they don't know I'm making this video by the way, I decided to buy their selection box, which comes with 6 beers that you can see here. 3 of them, I'll admit I've already drank, are like sort of British beers, and 3 are international beers. And all I can say is I've drank the 3 of the British ones, and they're really nice. They're only about 3.8 ABV, but they're really flavourful. This one is the IPA, Cascade hop. If you like Cascade, if you like that puckering grapefruit hot bitterness, then you'll like this one. That's a really nice beer. You've also got the True Brit, which is like a bitter, but I actually found it was quite smoky, a bit like a German Rauch beer, I think it's called, German smoked beer. Really nice. In fact, I'm going to buy this again. Well, I'm going to actually buy them all again, and I'm going to do a review of the True Brit, because a really nice beer, nice smoky flavour to it. And then finally there is the Gold, which is made with Saaz hops. So there were 3 really nice beers, and I'm sorry I tasted them off camera, but believe me, they were very nice. So what we're going to do today is try one of their world beers, the international range. They do have a shop online. If you're in the UK, you can purchase them, and if you're local like I am, just 20 minutes down the road, it's free shipping. But they seem to have 3 categories, from what I could tell on the website. There seems to be the British, the world, and then they do some craft beers. So I've actually reordered, and I've bought some of the craft beers as well, so that's going to be interesting. But yeah, they have a website, they've got a shop on their website, and if you live in the UK, you know, you can go and buy some of their beers. So we're going to be trying one of the world beers, because that's all that's left. And in the selection box, which is, you know, I got from the website, you get a Dunkelweizen, which is an award winner. According to the label, it's a SIBA, SIBA award-winning beer, which is a Belgium-style Dunkel. So that would be nice. You also get a German Hefeweizen, which is made with bitter orange peel. But the one we're going to try today is the Altbier, because I've never tried an Altbier. I've read a lot about them, so it'll be interesting to try their version. It says it's a crisp ruby German style top fermented beer brewed with spalt hops and then lagered for 8 weeks. So that's what we're going to be tasting today. Well, that looks a lovely pint. They say ruby, yeah. I would actually call it a deep copper colour. I won't call it ruby specifically. Headwise, nice thick 2-finger, really tightly packed foam. That looks a lovely beer. So this is the Brew Brothers Altbier. It's obviously a German-inspired beer. So if you don't know, Altbiers are brewed in the Rhine region near Dusseldorf, and Alt means old. Okay, so it's old beer, but it's not old beer in the sense of an English old. In fact, I did the Morgan's Old in the last review. It's not that type of old beer. What it means is it uses ale yeast, so it's an old method of brewing for Germany, because Germany are famous for their lagers, but before they were lagers they were ales. Everyone used top fermenting yeast. Old beer or alt beer just means it uses those old brewing techniques with ale yeast or top fermenting yeasts. Let me top this up. This is only a 440ml glass, so it's not going to all fit in, but there we go. So yes, it's a copper colour, it's a deep copper. I won't call that ruby, to be honest. It's a deep copper, nice thick frothy head, and a malt aroma. Some water there as well, but it's very light, very light. Okay, let's dive in. My first alt beer. Cheers. Well, that's nice and interesting as well. Very light bodied. It's like a lager in the body, but there's a fruitiness in the flavour that you don't get with lager, and that of course will come from the ale yeast. Very clean though, really clean, and it's not overly carved. It's not like fizzy pop like with some lagers. Really nice carbonation. It's a little bit more than you would get with an ale, but it's not the mass-produced CO2 filled lager beers, you know, mass-produced lagers. It's nothing like that. That's a really nice carbonation to it. Pushes the flavours around the mouth. And there's still, it retains a lot of the maltiness as well. There's a nice sweetness to it, but then you get that fruitiness, and it's a berry fruitiness. It's not, when I say fruitiness, I don't mean like citrusy fruits. It's a berry fruitiness. It's a really nice beer. Virtually no bitterness. Virtually, well, no hop, although obviously I'm sure they put hops in it, but they're not prominent. You're not picking them up, and like I say, there's really no bitterness to it. It's just a very nice malty, fruity beer that has the cleanliness, that crispness of a lager. Oh, and it's carved nicely. Yeah, I'm going to try more of these beers. Well, I've got 2 more left, but I've bought another selection box. These are really nice beers, and to say they're only about 6 years old, the brewery, they're doing amazing work. Yeah, this is the Altbier from Beer Brothers, from the Beer Brothers Brewery near Bamber Bridge in Preston. Really nice beer. I'm definitely going to be trying more of those, and I'll make sure this time I actually video them. Sorry about that, but well, you know what it's like. You have one and it grows into 2 and then 3. But yeah, Those three, sorry, those three were really nice, and this is just living up to expectations. Yeah, malty, clean tasting, crisp, fruity. Beautiful beer. Well done, Brew Brothers. So if I can find out any more about the company, I have emailed them. I will definitely, in the next review of one of their beers, I will mention that. But they do have a website. They do have a shop on the website where you can buy their beers. As I say, they do like British beers, they do these world beers, and they also do more crafty type beers. And obviously you can select what you want, but if you're local, so I would imagine that's maybe I don't know, a 10-20 mile radius, it's free shipping. But yeah, support your local micro brewery because they produce some fantastic beer. Right, well, thank you very much for watching. I'm going to enjoy that. You may have noticed, oh, I don't know if you can. Yeah, I think it was just on camera. I'm going to be doing my second wild yeast experiment soon. So I've been getting my little demijohns, cleaning them. If you remember, I made that wild yeast ale and it brewed at low temperatures outside. Even though it was summer, went through a cold snap. It was about 14 degrees and it was just kicking off. Oops. Yeah, it was just kicking off and fermenting. So what I thought of doing is doing another batch, but do 10 litres. One I'll ferment like I used to do, so that'll be outside, and now it is during the day it's about 13-14 degrees on average. So that'll stay outside here in the brew corner. The other one though, I thought I would put indoors and see how it ferments at warm temperature, and the reason is because this fermented really clean and crisp, which you would imagine at such low temperatures. But wild yeast is known for getting all these fruity flavours, banana, spicy flavours as well, and I was getting none of that. So I'm thinking, okay, I saved the yeast, let's brew with it again, and I'm going to ferment this at 21 degrees, and we'll see if it produces any of those nice fruity esters. So that's going to be the next experiment with the wild yeast, and that should be the next video actually, so look forward to that. Okay, well, thanks very much for watching. It's been a pleasure as always. I hope you enjoy your day, and I'll enjoy mine, that's for sure. And I'll see you again in the next video. Bye bye for now.